So, good day. My report for today is developing reward strategy. So, what is reward management? Is the adaptation of policies that reward employees on consistency, fair, and equitable basis in line with organizational values. Rewards compromises of praise, challenging works, avenues for growth and development. So praises can be a simple recognition for work in the presence of other employees. So the reward management system needs to support the business strategy. So I have here the three overall methods. So number one method, one of the key determinants in deciding which approach will do best is the extent to which the business wants integration between its reward system and other HR system and policies it utilizes. Second method, the opportunities to leverage real competitive advantage comes from integrating the rewards management, reward management, performance management, career management, and personal development system into a cohesive whole, rather than seeing it as a separate and disjoint system in allocation. So the third one is the key step in redesigning the reward management system is to determine the reward strategy and the level of integration with other HR systems. Provides an overall framework for the reward system and must be closely linked to the business strategy. So, to develop a reward strategy, there are three underlying premises. The first one is the business must exhibit certain characteristics. It needs to behave in certain ways. For example, treating its employees in an open and honest fashion or creating cooperative relationship with its customers and suppliers. So the second is organizations are made of people, and as such it is how the people behave that will determine how the organization behaves. So third one is the integrated approach to people management starts off with individual behavior expectations and examines how this will be measured. Performance management and develop the personal management and rewarded the career management. So there are a few factors to be included in a reward strategy. With regards to underlying structure, there are numbers of ways which a grading structure could be developed according to business needs. So there are three included in this structure, which is the single structure, career families, and job families, which provide a common grade frameworks that supports a drive for consistency. For example, since pay rules, uh, benefit allocation rules such as a car, pensions, and private medical insurance, and procedures such as holiday or absence of notification and promotion. They are there to make everyone's life easier because there are clear rules and everyone sticks to them. Included in this area would normally be decisions about flexible benefit schemes, choice of career for insured benefits, and so on. So, when it comes to base-based structure, there are three dimensions that needed to be made, such as um, market alignment, number and shapes of salary scales, access to and use of market data, which recognizes the market value of rules and NA rule specific needs. So variable pay takes three main forms. First, annual schemes, which are normally bonus arrangement where there is some link to underlying business performance. Second, commission type arrangement, where the main link is to individual performance. Third is long-term schemes that might be cash or shares based and are typically used for more senior employees, although all employees profit related schemes sometimes fall into category. So we have here recognition schemes. Recognition schemes are either non-cash or low-valued cash equivalent schemes that recognizes the behavior that reinforces the organization's value. They tend to be award-based with some of the nomination process either from other employees or managers. So when it comes to non-financial reward, from an individual perspective, the total reward for working for a particular organization is made up of four elements. So here are the four elements. So cash, second is benefits, third is personal development, and third is growth and environment, environment, culture, and physical work conditions. Finally, integration is about creating a common scheme throughout the people management process. So, formulation of corporate strategy can be described as process for developing and defining a sense of direction. The Chartered Institute of Personnel and Development suggests the following key development phases. So number one is the diagnosis phase, when reward goals are agreed, current policies and practices assessed against them, options for improvement considered, and any changes agreed. So second is the detailed design phase, when improvements and changes are detailed and many changes tested. Third, the final testing and preparation phase. And fourth one is the implementation phase, followed by ongoing review and modification. A logical step-by-step model for doing this is illustrated. So here is the illustration. This incorporates ample provision for consultation, involvement, and communication with stakeholders, who include the senior managers as the ultimate decision makers, as well as employees and line management. In practice, however, the formulation of strategy is seldom as logical and linear as a process as this. Reward strategies evolve. They have to respond to changes and organizational requirements which are happening all the time. Reward strategies need to track emerging trends in reward management and may modify their views accordingly as long as they do not leap to hastily on the latest bandwagon. So we have here the critical elements, variables to be considered before developing a reward strategy. So first, understanding the organization, its position in its life cycle, strategy, critical success factors, and culture. Second one is understanding the workforce and its demographics. Third is knowing the perceptions and values of stakeholders relative to remuneration. The fourth one is understanding the market in which you compete for skills and areas of shortage and demand for scarce talent. The fifth one is understanding the environment which the company operates. So, all the rewards must be broadly aligned with the vision and strategic direction of the company. The realities of situation as mentioned above must be taken into account to ensure corporate strategy is successfully transformed into a variable operational plan. So, effective reward strategy. An effective reward strategy balances the strategic and operational goals, ensuring short-term action though don't negate long-term opportunities, and that the organization can attract, retain, and motivate the quality of people it needs. People with necessary skills, experience to achieve its goals. So we have here the three components of effective reward strategy. So number one, they have they have to have clear defined goals and a well defined link to business objectives. Second is they have to be well designed pay and reward programs tailored to the needs of organization and its people, and consistent and integrated with one another. So the third one is perhaps most important and the most neglected. They need to be effective and support HR and reward processes in place. So we have here the criteria for effectiveness. So number one, does it support the achievement of the organization's business and HR strategy? So number two question, will it reinforce the organizational values? So third one is there is there a convincing statement of how the needs business needs of the organization will be met, and now the needs of stakeholders will be catered for. Number four, is it based on throughout through thorough is it number four, it is based thorough analysis and diagnosis of the reward situation in the organization. So fifth is has a realistic assessment between made of these resources required to implement the strategy and cost involved. So the sixth one is it affordable in the sense that the benefits will exceed any cost. So seventh, have s- have steps been taken to ensure the support processes such as important management, communication, and training are in place. So the eighth question is the program for implementation is realistic. So number nine question, have steps been taken to ensure that it is supported and understood by line managers and staff? So last, will HR and line managers be capable of implementing and managing the strategy in practice? So components of reward strategy, there are six. Number one is paying performance, guaranteed pay, short-term incentives, long-term incentives, performance management, development management. So guaranteed pay should be driven by market competitiveness, internal equity, and individual performance. So short-term variable pay is an essential component of any reward strategy. Not only Are they a mechanism for recognizing work well done? They can ensure high competitive earnings relative to the market. So long term and performance management. Performance management is one of the tools or creating a more efficient and profitable business that has often historically been reviewed in ineffective, high political and time consuming core. The last one is the personal development. A key reward border than remuneration is extent to which employees can grow into job, the extent to which their skills are enhanced in order to qualify for greater job challenges. So, what are the aims of this reward management? So, first is create total reward processes that are based on beliefs about what the organization values and what to provide rewards for. Second, reward people for the value they created. And third one is align reward practices with both business goals and employee values. Number five is facilitate the attraction and re- retention of skilled and competent people that organization needs. Winning the war for talent, no? So six, help in the process of motivating people and gaining their commitment and engagement. Next one is support the development of performance culture. And the last one is develop a positive employment relationship and psychological contract. Reward strategy and line management capability. So, HR can initiate a new reward policies and practices, but it is the line that has the main responsibility for implementing them. So the trend is rightly to devolve more responsibility for managing reward to line managers. So some will have the ability to respond to the challenge and the opportunity. Others will be incapable of carrying out this responsibility without close guidance from HR. Some may never be able to cope. Managers may not always do what HR expects them to do, and if compelled to, they may be half-hearted about it. So this put a tremendous odds on HR and reward specialists to develop line management capability to initiate the process that can read, readily be implemented by line managers to promote understanding by communicating what is happening, why it is happening, and how it will affect everyone, to provide guidance and help where required, and to provide formal training if as necessary. So that's it. Thank you for listening and so good day. My case study for today is about McDonald's, and my topic is developing reward strategy. So the overview of the company, McDonald's Corporation is an American fast food company founded in 1940 as a restaurant operated by Richard and Maurice McDonald's in San Bernardino, California, United States. McDonald's is the world's largest restaurant chain by revenue, serving over 69 million customers daily in over 100 countries across 37,855 outlets as of 2018. So the McDonald's Corporation revenues come from the rent, royalties, and fees paid by franchisees, as well as sales in company operated restaurants, according to two reports published in 2018. McDonald's is the world's second largest private employer with 1.7 million employees, behind Walmart with 2.3 million employees. So that's in um, United States. So the perspective of the study is, in order to encourage and motivate employees and leaders or executive managers of the organization, also needs to establish a fair and objective performance measurement system. If employees suspects that their performance are assessed based on unfair judgment because of personal favorites, race and gender, etc., they will be discouraged. Individuals will also compare the rewards they have received against the rewards of those with similar efforts and against the inputs they have contributed to the company. So McDonald's current rewards and initiative strategy is then discussed and evaluated. So it is argued that the rewards and incentive system, both intrinsic and extrinsic, has positive impacts on employees' performance and business results for business in general and McDonald's particular. Nonetheless, other uh, resources practices are also beneficial for the company. So the context is, uh, in Australia in 2015, McDonald's is required to offer sustainable rewards and performance enhancement initiative incentives to improve the quality of its workforce, which in turn can help to improve the quality of customer service and efficiency. So the study is conducted in last 2015. So short historical background again. Uh, the historical background of McDonald's Australia. The first Australian McDonald's opened in Sydney, suburb of Yoguna, 16 years after the company was founded in USA. So after 16 years, McDonald's Sydney was established. Uh, so it was followed by several other Sydney stores in 1973 in Springville Road in Melbourne. The launch of first Australian McDonald's on December 30, 1971 was a big event with charter double-decker bus conveying guests to the opening. A man with a clown suit, possibly Ronald McDonald, handed out miniature yo-yos to the children. So, yeah, in 1986, the world's 9,000 McDonald's stores opened in Sydney. By that time, McDonald's was the biggest fast food chain in the world. In 1990, in the atmosphere of Glasnost, the world's largest McDonald's with 900 seats opened in Pushkin Square, Moscow. It was a year before the final dissolution of Soviet Union. The first Australian McDonald's is long gone. The Yoguna store closed in 1994. The drive-through was removed and the building came a geo office. It wasn't the only Macca's store that has had a limited span. The store in Fairlight, Sydney opened in 1972 but closed in 1995. So when Manly Council refused permission to add a late night drive-through. In 1998, the Newtown store, operating since 1989, closed due to changing demographics of Newtown area, and la late set had moved in. McDonald's wasn't their taste. So current situation that leads to its problem. According to McDonald's stated policy, the company pay and reward program is based on employees' performance, or in other words, the better their performance is, the greater their pay opportunities become. So at the company, employees are offered a base pay, which is a fixed amount of cash compensation in exchange of their work. McDonald's base pay is comparable with other companies' rates for employee doing similar types of job. It is commensurate to the particular employees' experience, skills, and performance over time. The company also offers short-term financial incentives, which is entitled the employees to a certain amount of cash payment as early basis based on their performance and business profitability. So yeah, that's for non-monetary incentives. McDonald's run several recognition programs to show gratitude and compliments excellent performers. This includes the President Award and Circle of Excellence Awards. So yun, yung mga rewards nila. So my SWOT analysis, their strength is strong brand name, image, and reputation. Second, large market shares. Third, specialized training for managers. And last one is technology innovated. So the weakness is unhealthy food image, customer loses due to fierce competition, high employee turnover rate, and dissatisfied franchisee. So the opportunities, growth of the fast food industry, globalization, expansion in other countries. Low cost menu is preferred by large number of customers, and last one is appears or appears of freebies and discounts. Appearance of freebies and discounts. The threats, we have here three: intensity, competitors, economic recession, and public health crisis. So alternative courses of action. So number one alternative course of action is recognition scheme. So we have here the advantages and disadvantage of the scheme. So number one is low cost reward. Number two, employee confidence will be boost, and number three, increase of productivity. So the disadvantage is time consuming, may encourage deception, can lead into conflict. So my alternative course of action number two is performance management. So the advantage of this is performance based conversation, targeted staff development, and allows for employee growth. So the disadvantage is time consuming, inconsistent messages, and biases. So paying for performance, worker motivation, retain advantages is worker motivation. Two is retaining top talents and increased earnings. The disadvantages are performance measurement is often of subjective. Number two is performance reviews are falling out of favor, and third is lack of teamwork. Because of um you pri- they prioritize themselves, so it lacks teamwork. So for my conclusion, It is argued that the reward system undoubtedly has significant impacts on employees' performance and has the business success, while the extrinsic incentives can give an immediate boost to employees' accomplishment. The The intrinsic incentives are also very crucial since they can positively improve the company's work environment and employees' work ethics. In the long term, the company and its employees can also benefit from other employees friendly HR policies and practices such as human resource automation, innovation, on the job training and development, and organizational culture development. If McDonald's can overcome all of these challenges, makes use of the advantages, and has the right strategies, it will win the market again and hold fast first position in the fast food industry. So my recommendation, McDonald's strength, as I told above, is introduction to new production. Company should focus on its strength to develop stronger. However, the company seems not dis- diversify its product regularly while competitors are stronger and have new products gradually. Because of this reason, McDonald's should spend more money on research and development, create new products and services, as well as increase the efficiency of operations. So the last one is also about customer service. Managers of McDonald's are trained professionally. As a result, they can train employees well. McDonald's employees are evaluated high by customers because of their behaviors as well as attitude. However, customers are not pleased at the idea of waiting in long lines, inefficient employees to handle the volume of customers. McDonald's should find a way to solve it. This time it this time is just enough for them to get skills to service customer well. Besides, it is necessary to increase the number of employees to the at the weekend or in the lunchtime. More employees means the pressure are shared to avoid bad attitudes. So the application of the topic to the study. So we all know that um reward strategy is very important in the business. So reward strategy is used to motivate the employees, to motivate to increase the productivity of your employees. We value our workers because they are the one who represent the face of the company. By knowing the reward strategy, we can analyze and come up with solutions with the problem that a company can encounter. So earlier I give you the criteria for developing the reward strategies and the aims of this. So we should follow it as a guideline so we can use it to improve um, our reward system in the company. So for me, so McDonald's should know how reward strategy go well for them to motivate well their employees, because then again it is a big company, if they don't prior and a big company which serves many people. So if they don't serve their employees well, the employee will not perform well. So that's a give and take attitude for the company. So that's it. So let's be careful and manage our workers well by giving what they deserve from what work they provided. After all, they are more valued next to our customers. So That's it. Thank you for listening and enjoy your day. Thank you.